Hey guys, welcome to the Airgun Retirees YouTube channel. Hey guys, Airgun Retiree here. It's about 7:45 in the morning. It's a Saturday morning. Now I'm heading up to the other Airgun Retirees compound, and I think we're going to get into building some wind flags for our N50 matches. Airgun, he just got back from vacation, and before that he had put in quite a bit of work on these things. And then he texted me yesterday and wanted to know if I'd come up and help him finish them up. So heading up there. I don't know how long that's going to take or what it's going to involve, but we'll find out when we get there, and I'll keep you posted. See ya. All right, up here at Airgun Retirees compound, and I guess the mischief we're going to get in today is wind flags. Wind flags for the outdoor N50 matches. He's mass producing them here, and he just got back from vacation, and he texted me yesterday and I want to know if I'd come up and help him. So here I am. Don't know what help I'll be, but so why don't you explain what you got so far there?
All right. This is a wind flag that I bought several years ago, and they make all kinds of different shapes and styles of wind flags, but I really like this dual vane. It's called a wick style flag. What I like about it is when the wind blows, like say if the wind is blowing at a 90-degree angle, you don't see the back vane. All you see is one color. But as the wind blows, you start to see the back vane, and what that does is it shows you a quartering wind or a wind at a different angle. So I decided I was going to try to make a few of these for the guys at the club, and that's what we're going to get into today. I got a lot of the parts here I started making. I got, these are the pivots that the wind flag fits onto, and pivots. These guys here are threaded and threads onto a camera light stand. And this is a bubble level. So once this is on the light stand, you put the bubble level on it, and then you take one of these adjustable bases and level the scope, or level the shaft that the wind flag fits on, and that way the wind flag is completely level and it'll spin freely. These things are, I machined all these out of nylon, just black plastic, and what that does is that's this piece here that slides over this brass rod.
And then set screws on it.
Yep, threaded it for set screws. And then these weights here, I found these weights on eBay. They may not be heavy enough, but I drilled them out and drilled and tapped and put set screws in them to hold them. That's just to balance the flag this way, so that it's not binding on the center post pivot. So Airgun Retiree volunteered to help me today and see if we can get some of these flags put together, and once we get done, we'll show you our progress, and hope to have a good time here today and get some work done. So
Sweet.
thanks for checking in.
Okay, here's an example of the setup. And he's got some nice
legs, nice legs.
Yeah, look at this.
Huh?
You riding a chicken?
I am.
Anyways, this is like tripod or camera tripod or anything. And here's the setup he's talking about right here. That screws on there, and then everything. He's going to show you how that leveling deal works.
So what happens on the range, you never find a perfectly level spot for the tripod to sit on. So let's say the tripod's sitting at an angle like that. Well, if this is screwed onto the tripod and this thing's sitting at an angle, and your wind flag would sit on there on a bind. So I take this bubble level, put it on top of here, then I move this guy till it's level, lock that pivot down, and now
and then drop the wind flag on.
Take this off and then drop the wind flag on there, and it'll spin freely.
It's like NASA, just like NASA. Okay, here's what Airgun's got me doing. Part of this flag right here is this part right here. And he's got them pre-made. He's got them pre-cut, as you can see here. But we need to get this notch in them, so I'm laying them all out, and then I'll be cutting them with a straight edge. So they gave me sharp stuff to play with, so this ought to be interesting. And then he's going to be over there working on these, which is this part. And he's going to be working on these, and they need to have a slit cut up here, like this one here does. You can see it right there. He's going to be doing those on the CNC over there. But so really right now we're just prepping these things so we can get the assembly line going later. So that's what we're doing. As you can see, he entrusted me with stuff that really you can't screw up too bad. He's pretty smart.
We shall see.
Pretty smart about those things. Those are my capabilities. Okay, Airgun's over there laying out these here, so you can cut them on the CNC. All right, these aren't too bad to cut out. Here's what they look like. So, got 3 done, haven't messed them up yet. Okay, we got all these cut. I didn't cut myself, got all 10 fingers still. Let's go over here to CNC real quick and show you these pieces here. He's cutting these pieces here out. So just got to glue those on. All right, what we're doing now is we're trimming these. When they come out of the CNC, they got fuzzy sides to them, and so we got to trim these. All right, we got all these cut out and trimmed and ready to go. Airgun's over here dry fitting one right now. Made a couple 90-degree clamps there so we can glue everything up. But you know, there's all the dunnage from trimming all those things. So getting ready to assemble some now. All right, we're gluing them together now. It's kind of like an assembly line. He puts the glue in the groove. I'll take this guy and slide him in here. And he puts the activator on there. And that's the name of that tune. All right, there they are, glued together and curing. So now we gotta make tails. All right, so we're gonna put grommets on into these. That'll be the next step. All right, next step is to silicone the joints so we can stiffen these up. Yeah, so you just run a bead down there. And we're gonna do that to every one of those over there. All right, there they are. They're glued and siliconed and ready for the next step, which is going to be putting the rods through here. So we'll have to wait for these to dry a little bit. Next thing Airgun's doing is putting actually it's a fishing swivel.
Yeah.
On the end of that flag we just made, and
That's the next step.
just like an assembly line. Okay, we've got all these assembled. Okay, and these what go on to the tripods over there, and then the flag assembly sits on that right there. Okay, there's all the rods with the tips installed and the we'll call it a bearing for now, but so once these go in to the to these guys over here, we got to balance them, and we'll do that by moving the rod inside this, forward or back. So yeah. All right, we're getting a little ahead of myself here, but that's what the finished product looks like. Pretty sweet. And then of course the tripods that they sit on, that's a store bought product, but yeah, that's pretty much it right there. And you got a win flag for the N50 matches. Now, typically put 2 of them out there, don't we, Airgun?
Yep.
Put one at about 10 feet from where you're shooting from, and another one, well, maybe about 10 yards from where you're shooting, and then another one about 30, 30?
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty cool. Got something cool to show you here. Got t-shirts. Airgun Retirees YouTube channel. Showing the back there again. Oh, who are those guys? They famous. Yeah, we just got us a couple that we can wear to like airgun shows and different things when we're out. Kind of promote the channel. We're not selling them, but isn't that cool?